Nicely judged, second time round. Funny, Joe, isn't it? It started out a little bit cagey in the second as well. But that is what Hossien Vafaei has been waiting for.
One.
Not happy where the cue balls ended up though, but an excellent long pot. Just determined not to get dragged into another 9 or 10 minute safety exchange.
Hossien Vafaei, 1.
Yeah, he's such a fluent player, isn't he? Big scorer. He doesn't want to get dragged down. He's just, like I say, he's got to be careful. He had a little look at the long black there, but just got to be careful. That's a nice hit from Dawn, but just the outside chance of this red up into the green pocket. Same looks like he wants to attack, so he'll be taking it on. Can play this with an element of safety actually. Shouldn't leave anything other than the red he's playing.
bit of a let-off there for Hossien. He is determined to get going, isn't he? He's absolutely desperate to get this table opened up and get his hands on it and pot a few balls. That's his instinct. That's why he's improved so much in recent years. Another sticky frame unfolding here.
Can't be too aggressive because then we'll just pick him off. Hasn't really done anything wrong yet, Hossien Vafaei, in this match, but yet to get his hand on the table with a scoring opportunity.
Eight.
So Ding could quite easily have played for the black there, but chose not to. He really wants to move the red just left of the black spot first before he puts the black back on the spot. It might not work out that way, but that will be his ideal goal here. Then put on the black, it will be without complaint.
14.
Be quiet as possible, please.
A little bit of noise from the other side of the arena as Ding went round the table to plot his path. No problem now.
$15.
Keep quiet, please.
$21.
Key shot coming up. Pot this red, get nicely on a colour. Yeah, never easy.
Junhui.
It was
21.
a straightforward pot, but was trying to do something with the cue ball there. Just makes things a bit more difficult. Saying I'm not overjoyed with the outcome, but if I was him, I'd just be happy to be back at the table. That could have easily been frame over there if Ding had knocked that one in.
Shared a joke with the crowd, actually. Shows you how relaxed he is overall, even though he has been frustrated by Ding in the first 35 minutes or so. Hasn't got his hand on the table for a break, but he has potted a couple of individual brilliant long reds, so nothing wrong with his eye so far this morning, just waiting for the chance to strike and get back to his natural rhythm.
Foul. No miss. Ding Junhui, 4.
A lapse in concentration. He's taken it well.
Okay.
Still smiling as he goes back to his seat.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be smiling for long. Put himself in a horrible spot here. Obviously, a miss was called, but there was no way Ding was going to put it back. Far more difficult to play from this position. He feels he can just get past the knuckle to get the edge of this red. Yeah, that's okay. Contain the situation, but not got Ding in any trouble. He could have done if he played the previous shot correctly.
Joe, when tables go messy and frames go very sticky indeed, if you're a really naturally attacking player, how difficult is it to curb your instinct in desperation to try and open things up?
Yeah, it's very difficult. That's that's all part of game management. You can't take undue risks and can't lose your patience out there because you take a chance, then you've got to sit and suffer if you go overly aggressive. And here's another mistake. That's Hossien's luck. Not good. So this is what can happen, you see. You're so desperate to get to the table, you just make errors. Your opponent just picks you off, which is what's happening here.
1. Eight.
So this time, not anything for Ding to do here really, break building wise, just
9.
pick off the loose reds. He's already got a lead of almost 40 points. So we won't have to worry about the reds that are all tied up. You can get to snooker.
16. 17.
Long way to go in this match, of course, but if Ding Junhui does do enough with this visit to make it 2-0, Hossien needs to find a way to settle into this encounter.
$24.
This has been a good start from Ding Junhui's perspective.
Just got to be a little bit careful here. This isn't ideal. If he can just use the natural angle to go between the pink and red here, it's okay. That was a little bit fortunate,
25.
I'd have to say. Didn't have to do anything with the cue ball. Natural path took him in that direction. So rescued the situation, it looks, it appears.
Ding Junhui, 25.
Uncharacteristic miss and a... Yeah, well, I was saying, just slumped in his chair there because Ding moved the red away that was nicely on, but interesting reaction from Ding. He sort of pointed to the red over the hole as if to say, well, what's wrong with that one? Yeah, Hossein's not doing himself any favours here. He's sort of, he had a little moan to himself that he wasn't nicely on the easy red, and it probably affected his concentration coming to the table. So just needs to be a bit mindful here. Long way to go in this match.
It was a good chance to get to the table and bet himself into this match, but the frustration goes on for Iran's first player to make it to the Crucible.
Six. Seven.
Just a little bit of right hand side there just to bring him down close to this red.
12.
This is the red he needs. Secure this second frame.
13.
Safely in, so it's not vintage Ding Junhui. He's taking a couple of chances to win these frames, but he's dominating the table at the moment. And he'll be aware out there. He doesn't give a lot away, Ding, but he'll be aware that his opponent is looking a little bit restless and
20.
keen to get to the table.
$21.
Well, that miss pink to the middle did present Hossien Vafaei with an opportunity to settle into this match, but unable to take it. He's been joking with the crowd and looks relaxed, but now there's a serious business here because his opponent has taken the first two frames and has settled well into the match.
26.
And Hossien Vafaei hasn't really got his hand on the table with any visit of note. He's potted 3 balls in 2 frames.
27.
And he needs to quite quickly put what's happened in these two to the back of his mind as fast as possible.
$31. $37. 38. $45. 47. 50.
Nice way to chalk up his second half century in successive frames.
54. 59. 65.
72, and Junhui takes takes the second frame of the match. Not vintage from him, but he's taken his chances where Vafaei has not, and he's doubled his advantage.
Keep the noise down, please. Thank you.
$24.
And when he takes this red, it's going to clear the path. He's just having a look now to see if the there's 4 reds there. The one
31.
just to the back and to the right would be available once this red's removed.
32.
I think it's available. We'll find out when he plays this shot. If he just plays a little stun shot to leave it. Yeah, it was always going to be on, so 60 in front.
39.
And perfectly placed there. Just brush the other reds.
40.
He's looking very good out there, Mark.
He looks so sharp in the ball, Stuart, like he always does. One of the heaviest scorers in the game. Cues the ball lovely.
$47. 48.
Little cannon in the pink here. Not too hard.
Ding Junhui to break.
Ding Junhui starts us off in the third. By far the happier of the 2 players vying for the right to return on Friday to take on Ronnie O'Sullivan in the last 16. A couple of fabulous long reds from Hossien Vafaei, but moments of frustration. Needs to settle and needs to hold his patience here in the third.
Keep the noise down, please.
Well, Nimis. Ding Junhui 6. Yeah, I know. Ding. Okay.
Frame 13. David Gilbert, 3.
Does feel like it's an important few minutes here for Hossien Vafaei, because of course at some stage in this match you would imagine he is going to get the chance to get his scoring boots on, but he doesn't want to leave himself in a position where he's having to claw back a really big deficit against someone of the experience and class and ringcraft of Ding Junhui. That's why these Best of 19s are so intriguing, little ebbs and flows in momentum. And at the moment, it's all with Ding.
Again, another situation here where I'm saying would love to play his safety slightly thicker and bring some reds into play, but it's very risky. Brown down there, that'll be the target for both players. It's a nice target now in behind brown and yellow.
Not many matches on tour this season in which Hossien Vafaei has only potted 3 balls in 55 minutes of open play. Not the start to the match that any of us were expecting, but just needs to try and match Ding Junhui in these vital snooker exchanges. But again, there's a chance here for the 3-time UK champion.
Yeah, this red definitely available, but it's what he can do with the cue ball. Can he plant enough backspin to get around the back of the black? I'm not sure he can. Looks like that's the intention. He's got to hit this one nicely. Yeah, very good. Yeah, a bit unfortunate with the kiss. Couldn't really do a lot about that. Can only guide the cue ball behind the black and then hope to avoid the rest. So that should make the same feel a little bit better, because that could have set Ding off and running again there.
green ball. Junhui 1.
Yeah, it's very interesting what's going on out there mentally. That's why snooker's so good to watch. Players react differently to certain situations. There's a very straightforward containing shot here for Hossien. Just drop onto the 2 reds on the cushion, but you can see he really doesn't want to do that. He wants to get away from this type of play. He knows he's going to come back to the table in a similar position by playing this shot, but sometimes you have to just bide your time and wait for an opportunity. And you have to be careful. He may have left this for Ding. Even them simple shots, you have to play them absolutely correctly, otherwise you give 3 chances away. Far from easy, but he shouldn't have been able to get to this red.
One.
And Hossien looking up to his corner and remonstrating with the snooker gods, beginning to lose his patience here.
Eight.
A couple of concerning signs here for the hugely likeable, talented Iranian. He's got to keep a lid on the frustration.
Yeah, and this is the tough part being a snooker player for Hossien. It's them little moments, a little careless shot he played. Then you have to just sit and suffer. Now he's just watching Ding pot the balls. He'll be getting more and more frustrated. You've got to try and keep a lid on it, like you say, because when the chance does come, you've got to be in the right frame of mind to be able to take it.
$16. $17. $24.
And just nursing a few reds into play. He knew he was always going to be on this outside red of the 2.
25.
Just let that one run away a little bit, but it shouldn't be a problem. Missed a red like this in the previous frame, trying to screw back on and off the cushion. Yeah, exactly the same. That's what he done last time, missed it to the top jaw.
Junhui 25.
But because he hit it so poorly, the cue ball's nowhere near where it should have been. So again, Hossien probably feeling a little bit hard done by here, not to have an easy starter. I say, when you're in the same position here, you've got to look for any kind of positive, and the positive is that Ding Junhui's not winning frames in one visit. And if he can get things going, he can get back into this match. Yeah, that's a better shot from Hossien, but unlikely to get him a chance. These two reds still available for the containing shot.
Well, no miss. Hossien Vafaei, 4.
It's 4 points, but he may not even put this back. Well, he has, but he's not really going to get him anything.
Hossien, okay, thank you.
Oh, this red goes into the middle, so very surprised Ding didn't come and have a look at that. No, it hasn't cost him anything, but that was a mistake by Ding Junhui. I'm pretty sure he didn't know that red passed into the middle there.
The angle was tight, but the pot was available, and once again Hossien Vafaei back in his chair, looking down and looking away from the table. And Ding straight back in again. So there are mistakes being made by Ding occasionally. There are openings for Hossien Vafaei. He's just not been able to take any of them yet in this match.
Yeah, yes, in Hossein's defence, Ding has been quite fortunate on the few occasions when he's missed. He hasn't left Hossien a real easy starter, where other times he could have done. But you know, that's the
8.
That's the beauty of snooker. You know, you got to just play the table as where it appears. Another tough shot here to keep this bet going. Very easy, digging down, side cushion. Yeah, that's a nice pot. It all depends if any of these reds pass into the corner. He's looking for this one at the top of the bunch, into the right middle. That must be the only pocket available. So just drop this blue in. Let the vortex and get it to where it needs to be. Nice. And now when he pots this red, choice, he can screw off the bunch or top it through for blue
14.
or pink, or screw back for the black. Whichever he feels is the more sort of guaranteed option of landing on a colour. There's the cue ball. Oh.
15.
Saying again, probably thinking if that was me, that cue ball would have definitely have gone in off, but it just seems to happen that way sometimes. Couldn't have been any closer. But not ideal on this pink. The reds are open now. They're all sort of blocking each other somewhat. So he's going to have to hit this one hard, I think, to get round to the right-hand side of the table. Well, he's avoided the brown almost, but that little kiss has not helped him.
20.
So I think he's on one of these reds, but far from easy.
Ding Junhui, 20.
And still the waiting game goes on for Hossien Vafaei. No clear opportunity here. Played with an element of safety, that from Ding, and we're coming up 37.5 minutes since Hossien Vafaei last potted a ball. 3 in the match so far. And yet another frame, third in a row, that's going to tickle over 20 minutes. Not the rhythm we were expecting, but that is the way snooker goes sometimes. The Iranians still waiting for a chance to settle into this opening mini session.
Yeah, he's come and had a look at these two reds. They're not set to the corner, but he's desperate to make something happen. If he can play it as a shot to nothing, it's probably worth a go. Just needs to make sure he avoids the two reds down close to this left corner. Wow. No holding back. Hossien's decided enough is enough. Got to make something happen here. That was very, very risky and low percentage, but that's how he plays. Another good shot needed here. Adrenaline's running. Got into that cue ball way too much. But this is the chance for Hossien to finally get his hand on the table and get a feel for the atmosphere out there.
7.
He has been desperate for this opportunity. Now comes the chance to settle.
12. Thirteen. $20.
Not ideal on this red. Wanted to be concentrating on blue and black. He's going to have to go away now. Green is a nice option. You can leave the cue ball anywhere up in the balk end. He'll be on the green. Tried to hold for blue, but might not be too bad. Still play the blue if he wishes. Only one red available, obviously, into one pocket, this bottom right corner. So just got to be careful here when the balls are near a pocket. It's not always easy to judge the reaction of the cue ball when it hits the cushion. If he gets a little bit too much topspin on this, the cue ball won't travel as far as he wants it to.
27.
Looks pretty good, just off straight. Yeah, that looks very good. So he gets a nice contact on these two reds. He'll push one over towards this left corner pocket. Oh, just hit it a bit too hard, didn't he? See the idea? Just overhit it slightly.
34. Hossien Vafaei, 34.
Well, they'll feel a little bit better about the match after that visit, but very nearly opening up those two reds, but it wasn't to be at that visit. And a mistake from Junhui. So despite all Hossien's frustrations, there's a good chance in this frame now.
Yeah, good safety. Always had the feeling there that the pink and black would be a good enough blocker for the two reds. Yeah, good containing shot, but getting to that red nearest the right corner. Ideally, he'd like to get in behind the green, but that's risky. Is this any good? It might. I think Ding can get through to the red, but whether he can get through to the pot and angle or not, I'm not sure.
I guess one of Hossien's frustrations so far in this match, you've alluded to it already, Joe. He'll feel that when Ding has missed, he hasn't left any clear-cut opportunities with which Hossien could get started, other than that break of 34. But even that was conjured from a high-risk plant.
Good effort from Ding there. That would have looked good from where he was standing. Similar shot facing Hossien Vafaei here. Can bring the cue ball back round somewhere near where it is now. Taking this pot on. Yeah, safely in. The green was there waiting for him. So, this is a chance to get his first frame on the board. Still got work to do. Brown being the obvious obstacle.
Big investment of energy from both men in this third frame. Over half an hour following up the 26-minute opener and the 22-minute second frame. An hour and 20 played. That's not being played to his natural rhythm.
Yeah, he's not going to be too happy about that, but it should be okay. He's got plenty of cue power. Bring this cue ball out to the middle of the table, preferably for blue. Doesn't want to go in off.
5.
Yeah, so still just can't get that cue ball under perfect control, so he's not going to be as close to the yellow as he wanted. Face somewhere
10.
down the line. On the way back down.
With which to get his first frame on the board. Nearly there, but needs the pink as well. He'll be over the moon if he gets over the line in this frame. He's been quite demonstrative.
Here we go. Frame ball.
dear, oh dear.
Hossien Vafaei, 24.
34 minutes of effort, an hour and 23 minutes of frustration, and that would have made him feel so much better. And still the waiting goes on. What a tough start to the morning for Hossien Vafaei.
Yeah, if that cue ball just bounced another inch, it would have been almost unmissable, that pink, but he just left it in an awkward spot, just cutting slightly back into a blind pocket. I think this will really tempting, this pink. He knows the enormity of this frame now. This will really hurt Hossien Vafaei. We've seen a couple go in along this cushion so far this championship. Obviously the cloths and balls are still very new and slidey. Held his nerve, using all his experience there, wanting to wait for a better opportunity, and he's played a good one. This is a huge frame now, more so for Hossien, you feel. Never looked like winning it, and all of a sudden it's one pot away. Oh, that's a very, very clever shot from Hossien. Fantastic shot. Played to perfection. Takes a lot of courage to get out of snookers in that way. Get it slightly wrong, you leave an easy shot for your opponent. So, Hossien just needing the pink. Again, not tempted. Yeah, he's got his composure back. He was looking to attack at all opportunities about 15-20 minutes ago, but I feel that was the right choice there, though. It was a free shot of the pink, but you never really know where they're going to finish if they wobble in the jaws.
Signs of composure and patience here from Hossien Vafaei. So close to getting on the board in this third frame that's turned into a mini marathon at 37 minutes. Not over yet, though.
Just got to be careful. Obviously you want to hide that cue ball behind the black if possible, but this situation, the main objective is to get that object ball safe. Sometimes you have to just sacrifice the cue ball. Yeah, that's okay. As long as it doesn't bounce too much. Oh, it has bounced a little bit off that cushion. That's very tempting. Yeah, I think it's all definitely tempting. Keel's going to be heading up somewhere near the angle of the green pocket, but if it goes in, leave himself a long black. Oh, that could have finished worse for Ding, couldn't it?
Story of the frame, really, Joe.
Yeah, it's had a lot of that. Ding's made mistakes and not left Hossien nicely on the when coming to the table. He can just drop this one in the middle. It's a bit of a free shot or even a double, but just got to be careful. I don't know what he's played there. I don't know if he played the double or not. Has he fluked it?
Is it going in? Is it going in? Oh, is it going to drop? Oh my word! What a way to get his first frame of the match. Blood, sweat and tears for 40 minutes for Hossien Vafaei. Well, however they drop, it doesn't matter as long as they do. And at last, Hossien Vafaei has a frame in this marathon opening mini session. 2-1 now to Ding Junhui.
Lots of noise from next
7-7.
just in between frames. Be some century break if he could make it from where the last three reds are situated. He can drop in behind this one to the left of the pink.
Eight-4. H5.
I think this red may be available, you know, into the middle if he can drop in behind it. Yeah, and he's played it nicely.
90.
They're delicate though. Just looking at the angle there. Oh,
91.
and if the white pulls up, he can move the difficult last red. What a shot this would be if he can bring it into play. If this works out, he could finish with a century. No, he hadn't got the angle, so it's a double. I'll tell you what, if he doubles it, it'll bring the house down here.
98.
It's not there, but what a way to close the match out. He looked extremely sharp throughout this match, and in the end, Stuart Bingham.
Well, just about an hour and a half played, and Hossien Vafaei starts us off in the fourth. We thought the first frame at 26 minutes would turn out to be the exception rather than the rule. But it's been a long, drawn-out affair so far. But it's a match in which the Iranian will be feeling a lot better now. An incredible fluke on the pink, but it was the ball he desperately needed to get a toe hold in this mini session. Patience and composure have been required throughout by both players. Ding has had the better of both. From the former shootout champion. That's more like it.
Yeah, just I couldn't get enough reverse side on the cue ball to widen the angle there. So, not as frustrated as he was, but the frustration goes on in so much that they just can't get in and get scoring how they normally do. It's all very much dribs and drabs. Scoreboard ticking over very slowly. Multiple visits to win frames. I'm sure it won't continue. Yeah, things just slightly starting to turn in Hossien Vafaei's favour. Could have easily hit the other bump there and come back towards the reds. This is a bit heavy and a bit thin from Ding. That's why he's left the red up. Cue ball in and out of balk. So, chance for Hossien Vafaei. There's enough angle on this red. He can just knock this in. Back up for blue or balk colour.
One.
Decided to start crossing black with a black. Much better choice of shot. So he's straight in amongst the scoring zone. Black spot covered, but with no other spots available. Goes in a direct line behind its spot, close to the spot as possible. So that was a misjudged cannon from Hossien Vafaei. So he's looking at another plant. He got an incredible plant in the last frame to get things going. This one also not really in line to the pocket, so it's got to be made. Plenty of distance between the reds as well. Far from easy. No, not bad. Not close. Not easy to do that. He's obviously very comfortable at making these plants. Not all players find it quite so easy. Crawling over the line in that third frame seems to have made a big difference here.
13.
And if he could come out of this at 2-2, he'd be over the moon, bearing in mind how the first hour of the match panned out. Yeah, he's already come and had a little look. Not sure if the black pots or the red pots, but either way, he'll be looking at some point pretty soon
90.
to get on that red above the black, just to bring the black into play. Again, you can see the difference between Hossien Vafaei. He's a very good break builder, but not quite with the same degree of control that Junhui has when he break builds. Cue ball doesn't always land in the perfect spot. Has to rely on his potting just like that. So I think we'll get a better look now whether this black ball pots. It doesn't. Well, you can see there it doesn't go, so he's going to have to get on the red very quickly.
25.
He's got the nice angle here, he'll do it, but this looks a little bit straight. So again, just Cue ball control, just letting him down a fraction here. Good pot with your normal hand, but he switched hands there and played that left-handed. Obviously another one of the many players on tour these days that can switch hands comfortably. Either way, it's end of break. So things are looking up for Hossien Vafaei, but still neither player really anywhere near top gear in this match.
Yes, Ding's highest break 72, Hossien's 34. And how about that? From the former shootout champion. He's producing some champagne. That's more like it.
Hossien Vafaei 1.
Once again, not the...
Yeah, again, nothing wrong with the shot Hossien's played. Get enough reverse side on the cue ball to widen the angle there. Should be for Ding Junhui. Later on the frame, should Ding get the next chance? As frustrated as he was, but the frustration goes on. Opportunity there. So much touch the yellow to the side cushion. Just can't get in and get scoring. He's never really going to normally do. Get a chance on the back of that snooker. It's always going to be very simple for Ding. Dribs and drabs. Scoreboard ticking over very slowly. Multiple visits to win frames. I'm sure it won't continue. Yeah, things just slightly starting to turn in Hossien Vafaei's favour. Going to be easy hit the other bump there and come back towards the reds. Well, if these two reds are a plant, this is a bit heavy and a bit shot from Hossien. He should have. That's why he's left the red up. He should have been out of balk and made sure he wasn't leaving nothing for Ding here. So, chance for Hossien Vafaei. There's enough angle on this red. He can just knock this in. Back up close to being set, colour. But things coming across the face of the red, so it's easy to push it offline.
One.
Much better choice of shot. So he's straight in amongst the scoring zone. He's wanting to get the pocket, but he was down close to this green pocket here.
Well, Hossien Vafaei 4.
It's a mistake. It was a free ball plant, it was well picked out. Ding obviously wasn't overly confident on it because he didn't play to land on a colour. So Hossien's having a look at these two reds now. So, plants everywhere, Rob.
Well, what an intriguing end to this mini session.
Black spot
We've seen
covered.
some great invention in this frame.
But with no other spots available.
Is there another moment
direct
about to
line
come from Hossien?
Behind its spot.
Yes, there is.
So it was a misjudged cannon from Hossien Vafaei. So he's looking at another plant. He got an incredible plant in the last frame to get things going. This one also not really in line to the pocket, so it's got to be made. Plenty of distance.
And
between
how
the reds
pleased
as
would he
well.
be
Far from
if he
easy.
could get out of this really sticky quartet of frames at 2 apiece? Things were not looking good half an hour or so ago.
Not easy to do that. He's obviously very comfortable at making these plants. Not all players find it quite so easy. One pot away from achieving that. You feel this black goes in. Yep, nicely done. So no reason now why Hossien can't
11.
go in at 2 apiece. On balance of play,
12.
it's probably the right
12.
scoreline.
Going over the line in that third
It's
frame.
going to be the happier of the
Seems to have
two.
made a big difference here.
13.
And if he could come out of this at 2-2, he'd be over the moon, bearing in mind how the first hour of the match panned out.
19. 20.
Well, it's been intriguing,
Yeah, he's
the
always
start
got
of this
a little
match,
look. Not sure if the black pots
but not the
or the red pots, but either way, you'd be
block-busting
looking
barrage of breaks we were
27.
expecting.
pretty soon
19.
to get on that red.
Hossien
20.
Vafaei will feel he's
Bring the black into play.
sweated blood and tears for the 2 frames that will ensure he goes in to the mid-session interval all square.
You can see the difference between Hossien Vafaei. He's a very good break builder, but not
But the
quite
way
with
things
same
were looking towards the end of the
degree
third,
of control
this is a
Ding Junhui
superb
has when he break
turnaround from
builds.
his
He
perspective.
does always land in the perfect spot.
31.
Was to rely on his potting just like that.
32.
So I think we'll get a
best part of an hour and 3
Better
quarters
look
to
now.
get through these first 4 frames.
Pots. It doesn't.
We would expect, and they would
You
hope,
can see there it doesn't go. So he's going to have to get on the
the
red
second half of this session will be much quicker.
39.
quickly.
25.
Got the nice angle here, he'll do it. But well, this looks a little
41.
bit straight. So again, just cue ball control, just letting him down a fraction here.
His best visit of the 4 frames already. And that's the kind of snooker that Hossien Vafaei has produced in the last couple of years. That's why he's become such a popular player.
48. 30. $53.
His first half-century of the match.
31.
Good pop with the
59.
take that left-handed. Obviously another one of them.
66.
Well, I feel at times he's been pulling teeth, trying to draw level with Ding Junhui, but after a marathon hour and 3 quarters, he's done just that. 2 apiece between Ding Junhui and Hossien Vafaei. What an intriguing quartet of frames.
Gear in this match.
Yes, Ding's highest break 72, Hossien's 34. And how about that
1.
from the former shootout champion? He's producing some shout once again, not the
Can't see enough of it. Yeah, he's played it with the side.
4.
And well judged.
Nothing wrong with the shot Hossien's played. Get enough reverse side on the cue ball to get the angle there. Should be for Ding Junhui. Get the next chance. As frustrated as he was, but the frustration